So comfy.
We just vibing today.
Vibing.
Why is it that I just ran 2 seconds and I'm like, what the heck, Mona? That's how you know I need to work out. Do you still run?
Yeah, I'm running tonight. I have
Really?
it as a priority for me to run tonight.
Wow,
I have got to, because I'm grabbing sushi with Quentin.
Nice.
And I'm so excited to see him. I haven't seen him in like over a month.
Oh, dang.
I ran into him in
Yeah,
Target.
oh, really? Were you like, oh, hi?
Yeah, and he was just like, I'm helping you find something. And we were like gossiping really quick. We were like, how's your day? Who are we mad at work today? You know, we're like gossiping as quick as we can.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited to see Quentin tonight. But
Nice.
I was just like, dinner 6:30 and I'm running.
Nice.
Which
So-
I won't run right after dinner, but I'll like go home.
But you usually do run, right?
Yes. So I have a schedule that I made because I have an eating disorder, as we know.
Yeah.
But when I was running consistently in college, I was running like 2 times a day, only eating a salad. I was really mean to myself, my body. Like, that's not sustainable, not good. I was like hardly 95 pounds, like a junior in college.
Oh,
like I was
wow.
21. Like I would like literally put on like clothes to go to the bars, like running clothes, run to the bar, run home. Also super dangerous.
Wow.
And like I don't
just-
advocate
yeah.
for any of that. So
Yeah.
I have a running schedule where I run on, I don't have to, but if I'm going to run, it's going to be Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and then Saturdays. So
I
it
like
requires
that.
me to have rest days, and those are the only days I allow myself to run on.
Yeah.
Because then if I'm like, oh, well, you know, it's just a slippery slope for me.
Yeah,
so I try
no.
to have a schedule.
I like that. And then you're still consistent. So
Yeah.
No, I love that.
I haven't been super consistent like these last couple of weeks at
And
work.
that's
Have been
okay.
so busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's okay. And I truly feel that way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, hello, guys. Welcome to the Girl Chat Podcast with Mona.
And Claire.
Yeah, we're excited to be here today. Yo, I'm excited for this episode because
too.
we only have one more episode after this. Then the relationship series will be over and we'll be moving on to our next series. But this one's like a little lighthearted fun. I know we've had a lot of serious conversations when it comes to relationships. So this one's going to be juicy.
Yeah, it is going to be juicy. We're going to start off with the Love Yourself edition from We're Not Really Strangers. Again, you can get this on Amazon. You can get them, I believe, at Barnes & Noble, Target, a lot of different
Nice.
places. But yeah, you can get a bunch of them. So yeah,
I'm
we're going
excited.
to start with...
I really like these cards. These
do.
cards really open up your mind.
They do.
Yeah.
And I do. Sometimes I bring them into therapy and like, just like, oh man, like this one really rang a bell with me the other day.
and then you
Mary,
talk
let's
about
talk.
it.
You know,
I love that.
Yeah, no, it's good. And like, it's fun
Yeah.
it's fun to hear other people's perspective too.
Yeah.
So how has my confidence increased with my age?
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, man, that's a tough one because I feel like my confidence has increased through experience, not with age. And I guess you could tie that with age, but I think when you finally start to realize that you are the shit, to be quite honest, it's life-changing. But when
Right.
you actually really believe that and you believe in yourself, and I think for me, what has really gained confidence for me is taking action in the things that I want to do, that I'm passionate about.
Right.
Just realizing, because you're scared shitless when you do things that you're passionate about and you don't know how it's going to turn out, or you're not really good in that certain like skill
Right.
set. And so, but when you actually do it, just your confidence just boosts and gains. And
Right.
it's such an amazing feeling. And I know I'm getting long-winded, but I'm almost done. Hear me out.
No, you're good.
But what I've realized is like, no one can take that away from you. Like, I feel like a lot of the times we feel like we need to have permission to be confident or stand out. But in reality, you don't. Just be it. Be yourself. When you are truly yourself, like no one can burn you anymore. I
Right.
feel like you're like, yeah, I'm a little bit too much. Who cares? Like, if you
Go
like
find
me, you
less.
like me. Yeah. Period. So yeah, I would say mine has definitely gained with experience and taking action for the things that I actually really love doing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think too, just like once you you know, you don't even have to fully acknowledge that you're the big deal, you know, but just your experiences are going to form this confidence of like, okay, I feel good about myself in certain situations. I am not confident that I could go into any high school and do math. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm not good at math. Math has never been my strong suit, and I clearly have not been practicing it for the last 4 years, right? Like, obviously, like, I know what 2 + 2 is. I could do a multiplication chart, like, whatever. But, like, you sit down a whole equation in front of me, I'm going to go, I'm going to try, but there's a good chance that it is not right, that I'm not going to remember all the steps and feel confident in that. Yeah. So I definitely feel like my confidence is just bigger in different areas and areas that I excel in. But yeah, I would say with age and with experience, I think just being sure of yourself too, or knowing what you do and don't like, or what you're good at. Yeah. You know, so I feel really confident in my job, and I feel confident in my close relationships. And my confidence has allowed for me, like before I started dating the man that I'm currently dating, I was going on dates and I was going on first dates. I was going on blind dates, whatever. And my confidence has allowed me to say, I don't want to be here anymore. Or, I don't think there's going to be a second date. Beautiful. Just, respectfully turning somebody down because, I just know that this isn't going to benefit either of us. Yeah.
That's beautiful too.
Right.
Like you're not.
And there's been bad dates. I told you about the guy that, everyone knows about the guy that was like, I hate poor people. Like, okay,
that's so messed up.
I don't feel confident in this relationship or the idea of this relationship.
I would have walked out.
I ate my food in almost silence. I was just like, oh, because I was at like one of my favorite restaurants. It was slow that night. I wanted to make sure that the staff was like being paid well. The server was being paid well. I was just like, screw you. And I paid for the whole bill because I was like, I don't owe this man anything. And you know what? Like, I am not. Screw you.
Screw you.
Whatever.
I love that. But no, that's dope. All right. So, I keep thinking that we're going to do both at the same time. No. But I'm like, no, we got to do one at the beginning and the end. I think that's a good way to
yes. I love these cards.
Yeah, these cards are so dope.
You know what else I love? What? Well, I love you, but I also love Costco. And we are eating a Costco muffin. These muffins are ginormous. This is literally half of one.
It was funny because Claire was like, I'm not hungry. Are you hungry? I'm like, not really. She was like, all right, let's have a fourth of one. And I already had a little piece, and I'm just not hungry today. But these are so good.
Is this the apple cinnamon one?
The pumpkin.
Stop.
Yeah, they're so good, guys.
Yet.
Like,
I am so white girl basic. I love pumpkin. But I have told you this, when we first met, I was like, dude, there's literally a can of pumpkin in my pantry year round. Yeah. I love a good pumpkin bread. I love a good pumpkin cookie.
A pumpkin pie with some whipped cream.
I made you a pumpkin spice latte the other day actually at my home.
It was so good.
You put my barista skills back to
for real. I was like, can I have some coffee? And she was like, yeah, duh.
And then I was making a whole latte for her, and she was like,
I know. I was like, dang, you're actually good at this.
I was really nervous it wasn't going to be good because, that was where I was lacking my confidence because I wasn't in my practice with my barista skills anymore. I don't really consider myself a barista.
You passed it, just so you know. You really did.
I would say I'm maybe like a C+ barista.
You said, no, I think give yourself a little bit more credit.
Maybe
that
a B.
was bomb. It was maybe the perfect sweetness, girl. And I like my coffee.
She still got it.
Okay, she still got it. But this one, okay. We're gonna talk about dating stories that went wrong, guys. I think we just, we wanted to have this lighthearted and just kind of laugh about some stories. So I went on BuzzFeed and they had a whole article about people's bad experiences when it comes to first dates. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read this to you. We're just gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
All right.
This muffin's really good, by the way. I love Costco.
Costco, if you guys don't have a Costco card, you need to get one. Trust me, it's worth it. It's amazing. You'll love it. And gas is cheaper.
And Costco over Sam's Club. Sorry.
I've never been to Sam's Club, so I can't say that, but hey,
Costco over Sam's Club. But they're both great. I mean, you get good deals at both places, but Costco.
Hey, Costco. All right. Anyway, okay. So, got set up on a blind date once from a mutual friend. She shows up to the restaurant already a little tipsy, orders multiple appetizers and only takes like 1 or 2 bites from each one. Then she proceeds to order more drinks and is visibly drunk at this point. She gets up and says she's going to the bathroom and staggers off. About 15 to 20 minutes go by, so I try to call her several times, but no answer. Finally, I decided to pay the check and just leave. About 2 hours later, I'm sitting at home and I get a call from an unknown number. It's the police department. She was picked up on a DUI on her way home after she ditched me and gave the cops my number to see if I could go bail her out. Are you serious?
There's so many red flags. I have so many red flags. Okay.
For real. Let's talk about these red flags.
We'll start at the beginning. Yes. I have totally, actually, this is so funny because I was getting ready for the man that I'm currently dating. When we went on our first date, I was literally like so nervous. He was picking me up and I was like, I was so nervous. And my roommate Owen was like, oh my gosh, take a shot. And I was just like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should. I'll take a shot. I was stone cold sober when I took the shot. And so I was just like, maybe that'll like, loosey goosey. Yeah. Alcohol, it just needs to be used in a balance.
Yes,
okay,
I agree.
I love having a good fun night on the dance floor with my girlfriends. I love just going out and having a couple cocktails and, strolling around. Yeah. But, so red flag number 1 would probably be that she showed up already tipsy.
For real.
Especially if the other person's stone cold sober.
Yep, exactly.
It'd be a little different if you were like meeting at a bar later in the night or whatever.
And you guys were already a little bit tipsy. Yeah. But the fact that she was already tipsy just says a lot. Like your mind is not clear.
Right. Red flag number 2. Maybe I'm biased because mama likes to eat. But red flag number 2 to me is that she ordered multiple appetizers and only took like a bite of each. Like, you're there for dinner. You're there to hang out. Like, also, I know people have different relationships with food. No one has to tell me that. But like, if you're going out to eat somewhere, like it's almost rude to not like actually eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, like, it would be different. I don't know all the context. It would be different if somebody was like, oh, like, my stomach doesn't feel too well. I don't really want to eat this. She
said that off that. But the fact that she bought multiple appetizers, like, girl, really, if I was that man, I would have straight up asked her, like, yo, you gonna eat this? If not, like,
are we sharing this? Like, there's typically like a conversation about like, what do we want to do? Like, how are we doing this?
Yeah.
Red flag number 3 is leaving and not saying anything, obviously.
And then having the police freaking call.
The audacity. I would laugh. I would say, I don't even know this person's last name.
For real? Like, what?
I would be like, keep her there.
I know.
Tell her she wasted her phone call.
I know for a fact I would dog on my friend who put us together. I'd be like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Are you serious, bro? Like, was this a joke? Like, were you playing with me? Like, if so.
Like where's Ashton Kutcher? Am I unpumped?
For real, though, that is like a freaking
what's happening here?
For real. But I think she just wanted to get some free food. It's funny because Tyler...
but did she? She hardly ate anything.
Oh, yeah. Maybe some free drinks because she got some free drinks. So maybe she just want to get tipsy. No, so it's funny because Tyler actually told me before we started dating and stuff, he would tell me that women would just want to like sometimes go on dates with him just to get free food and then like dip out. I'm like, yo, like what? Like that's messed up for people to do. It
is messed up. I also think there's like, I like the no expectation date though. Like,
okay,
I like the date of like, or the expectations of I'm going to go out, I'm going to eat some good food, I'm going to have some drinks, and there's going to be good conversation. I never expect this person to pay for everything on the first date though.
Okay.
Like I'm always, and my thing too is it's like, okay, if we're going to do food and drinks, like you pay for one, I pay for the other, or it's different from person to person.
Okay. Do you feel though like rejected when you don't get your food paid for? So for me, like I've never really went on dates, so like I really don't have a lot of input in this. But for me, I would feel a little bit rejected. Like, damn, this person didn't like me. This is why I'm paying for my food.
Right. I think at one point maybe I felt that way. Yeah. But now, I'm feminist, and so like I see myself as an equal, and you know how I feel about money, and like a lot of times I'm like, oh, I got it this time, you'll get it another time, or whatever is kind of my attitude. But yeah, I remember one time I was hanging out with my friend Eric.
Yeah.
This was like years ago.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with my friend Eric, and he lived in North Dakota.
Yeah.
And so he would come to visit his family, and like every once in a while we'd like get together and stuff. And like I was always kind of like, are we friends or do we like each other? And I think we were just friends. But I remember at one point, like he was just like, this was after like multiple times of us getting together, and he was just like, okay, do you want to like split the queso and then like we'll get our food? And I was like, oh yeah, of course. But I think in that moment I was just like, okay, maybe this is setting the tone of like this is an equal friendship, like a 50-50 friendship.
Yeah.
Versus like I said, money doesn't really bother me, but like the gentleman that I'm dating now, like he paid for dinner and drinks he paid for dinner that night, and then the first time we went out, he paid for dinner, I paid for drinks. And so like it's kind of nice to like almost allow the other person to feel like they're being treated. Yeah. Even if it does kind of equal out. Yeah. Because like I think that he's worth the money.
Yeah.
Not everyone sees it that way.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And that's fair.
I see your perspective 100%. I just think maybe for the first date, like if you're into me, pay my damn bill. Like that's me.
Or at least offer.
Offer, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Offer. Okay, this is like going on a whole... I have a question. No, I have a question because this is kind of going off topic, but I have to ask because it's on the topic of money. How do you feel... I'm going to first say my opinion. How do you feel about people putting their Cash App on like their stories and stuff and being like, oh, like pay me, or like... I do not agree with that.
For what? Just
to get free money. I do not agree with that. I don't. So for you people out there, come on now, do better. That's me. And I'm going to speak my own opinion. Everyone has their own opinion. But to me, that's like a very tasteful, like in my mouth. It's very like, what? Like, come on, do better.
I think it's like, what are your intentions with this money? You know, like, I think I just have a hard time asking anybody for money.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I even feel weird asking my friends to, like, Venmo me if I bought it. Like, one time I bought a round of shots and realized it was, like, $74. And I was like, okay, well, if anyone wants to shoot me a couple bucks.
Right? You're
cool.
like, I was trying to be
all
cool.
You realize you spent, like, $250 in a night. And it's like, why did I do that? No, and, you know, it happens. But, you know, most of my friendships and partnerships, like things even out. Yeah. I guess like it doesn't bother me when like people do like GoFundMe pages for people who are like going through like hard times, or they are ill, or you know, I agree with tragedy happened. And I think like even like I think it's kind of cute and fun because like I would want to pay, but like when people do like bachelorette trips or whatever, and they have like a Venmo on like the back of a car or something, like buy the bride a drink or whatever, you know, like that's fun because like I bought random strangers like a drink in the bar before because they were celebrating something. Yeah. Like one time this woman was celebrating her 50th birthday in Vermilion, South Dakota. And I was like, Sandy, let me get you a drink. you know?
I see that. But I definitely agree. I think it all comes down to the intention. But I know there's some people out here who I know who be doing that in all the wrong ways. And I'm like, girl, get it together. Right. That's just me though.
I don't know. Just asking people for money just to have extra cash money is like,
for real.
Like, what are you doing? Like, okay,
yeah. But okay,
whatever.
anyway,
Peace and love.
Okay. I don't know. I thought I would ask. What do you guys think about that? Let me know.
Okay. It was a double date. She was more interested in talking to the other girl throughout the whole thing. Found out later from the other guy that this girl cheated on him with my date. Hold on. What? Found out later from the other guy that his girl cheated on him with my date. Oh, the two women hooked up?
Yeah, okay.
Fucking clear. Okay, it makes it juicy.
No, so that's like, okay, for people that quite don't understand this, that's like, so for example, me and Tyler going on a date with one of our guy friends, and I invite a girl for that guy, but in reality, me and that girl hooked up. I don't know. I think that's kind of funny, to be quite...
Okay, it's funny, but it says his girl cheated on him with my date. So cheated is different. It would be different
if it was like an open... Got you. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Okay, no, cheating, fuck cheating. Okay, I do not stand for cheating.
Nope.
Cheating is a no-no. If you want to have an open relationship, talk. Cool. But I guess I didn't see that, girl. I didn't see that. You said, wait a minute, Mo.
Wait a minute. It's not funny when people aren't aware of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like, let's just say hypothetically you had a history with this person, but you guys were totally chill and you were honest and open about it. Different, right? It allows for trust to be built, blah, 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 whatever. I've never been on like a blind double date before, but I could see myself finding a lot of comfort in another woman if I was nervous. So like, I want to like,
you want to give benefit of doubt.
Cheating out of the story, benefit of the doubt. Maybe she was a little uncomfortable. Maybe she wasn't sure how to like navigate conversation, blah, blah, blah. But then when you hear that there was cheating, then it's also like, what was the motivation of that girl inviting the new girl?
Like maybe like... What if she really wanted to do like an orgy? I
have no idea.
Like, okay, sorry if this is too personal, but like for real though, you never know people's intentions. Like maybe that girl was like, ooh, maybe. But at the same time, why would your husband allow the girl that you cheated on your husband
messy.
with? That sounds messy. That sounds drama. Like, why would you put yourself in that situation?
Peace and love is what I would say to that.
Yeah, moral story, don't put yourself in those type of situations. And F you for cheating on your husband. That's not cool. I'm sorry. Fuck cheating.
Cheating's horrible.
Okay, next one. That was a short one. Next one. Short. As you can see, we were very aggressive with that.
I'm just like, I don't know how to go about that one. That sucks. Sorry that date happened. Good that you found out sooner than later.
I think that's why, too, I picked this story because it is a little bit like... Yeah. A little bit, Okay, this one I think... Okay, it was a Tinder date. This is the third one, guys. It was a Tinder date. She looked nothing like her picture. Not ugly, just completely different. She picked the worst restaurant in town, which I looked past because everyone has different tastes. Okay, I like that.
Yep, respect that.
We came back to my house, but she decided she didn't like my house. Okay. Which I just bought and was proud of. She immediately wanted to go to Home Depot to buy stuff to start remodeling. It was by far the worst and weirdest date. I hope she found a house to remodel. Okay, first,
red flags again.
Yeah, red flags. Okay, let's break this down.
Okay, Tinder date. She looked nothing like her picture. He says not ugly. Okay, I would be genuinely upset too. Yeah. Like, why are you... You obviously knew we were going to meet. Yeah. We're obviously meeting. Like, why wouldn't you at least be honest about that?
I totally agree with that. And that's why I strongly disagree with those, not dogging anyone who does this, but those Kim Kardashian filters that like make your lips look extremely big. Your eyes are different. Your nose is different. Like, I don't agree with those filters. Because of that reason, because a lot of people can catfish people into thinking that they look something different than what they are. And my cousin actually went through that. He actually found a woman on the internet and she looked way different from her photos because she was using those filters.
You know what makes me upset about it too is I feel like I'm pretty transparent on dating apps when I am on them. Really? I'm going to show you a photo that I know for a fact. I don't have my Tinder anymore because
she's taken, guys.
Because I'm taken.
Right? Yes, taken.
It's still a new relationship. We're still figuring things out. But yes, I'm exclusively dating this individual.
Yeah.
But like there's different sides of me. There's different looks that I have. Where is this photo? But this one, no makeup.
That's what.
No makeup. I'm in a hoodie. I remember this one being on my Tinder.
I wish we could show.
I know. I can. Can you like put it up on there? Can I send it to you?
Yeah. Send it to me. We'll show you guys if you're watching. Yeah, if you're watching the visual, we'll show you guys.
So I just like appreciate like the transparency and like the different wavelengths because obviously like I have some really nice photos of me all dolled up, whatever. But
I feel like you still look the same. Sorry.
What'd you say?
I still feel like you look the same. When you have makeup on, you're not a completely different person.
Right. I do get frustrated too on dating apps when I see people who, especially people that I know, and they're using photos that are like 3-4 years old. And I'm like, okay, we're adults now and like bodies change. And like just being transparent about like being a little fuller and none of that's bad. I don't want to date anyone that looks like a high schooler anymore. Or like even like my college self. Like love her. She's cute. I look different now. And that's fine.
And that is okay.
So So that's red flag number 1. Red flag number 2. Okay. I appreciate him being like, people have different tastes. I'm not going to, don't judge people on just like the first place you go to.
I agree.
Okay. coming back to somebody's house and making them feel bad about something that they're proud of or the
That's
space
not
that they
okay.
live in is not okay. That's a huge red flag.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like if you truly love and care about somebody or you like somebody, if you and Tyler lived in a cardboard box and that was your space and you were proud of it and said, Claire, come on over. Cool. Let me show up and I'm gonna jump into your cardboard box and hang out.
I love that because people go through phases and people struggle. And if you love someone, you look past that, or like someone, or interested in someone.
Right. And like just making somebody feel bad in their safe space is a horrible thing, I think.
Yeah. When I read that, I was like, yo, that is so wrong. Like what you said, like just making someone feel bad for what they worked hard for and they're proud of. And not only, you don't even know the person and you're already making
first date.
And you're making judgment on his house. Girl.
Once again, the audacity.
What did your house look like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the freaking fact that she wanted to go to Home Depot.
Did I ask? I ask?
Okay,
is how I feel.
if he wanted to hire an interior designer, he would have done that. Okay, or maybe let him know you're an interior designer, and you guys.
Or if he wanted your opinion, he would have asked.
For real?
Did he ask? That is how I feel. You don't get to walk into somebody's home and go, "That's an ugly painting."
Oh,
did I ask?
I would be like, "Bye. You can leave now." For real.
You can go now. You can leave now. Mona did watch me say that to somebody once.
Yes, and I was
disrespected in my home, and I said, "You can leave now."
Guys, she literally, but it was out of nowhere. No, okay, it wasn't out of nowhere. You paused for a second, and I thought everything was good for a second, right? And then literally 2 minutes later, she looks and she goes, "You can go now. Bye." But it was very passionate, and I was like, what?
I was disrespected in my safe space.
At first I thought you were joking. But then when that person actually left, I was like, Claire, you did not just do that. And she was like, no, yeah. Like,
I did. And you were laughing. You're like, I got mad respect for you for that.
For real. Like, yo, like that shows the confidence right there, babe.
But again, it's just like, be nice, especially when you're in other people's space and like they're like, that's kind of an intimate thing to bring somebody back to a home that you just got and that you're proud of and you're proud to show off, and for somebody to be like, we have to go to Home Depot.
Exactly. And
that's so funny that he ended it with, I hope she found another home to decorate. That's great.
And that's like going back to that, like you never know what people are battling with inside. Like that right there could have made that man go downwards in his head and feel so worthless. Like I don't agree with. I hate when people put other people down. Like I hate that. Like belittling and like no one is better than anyone. Like we're all on our paths. This is kind of going on another direction, but
it's true.
We are all living our life journey and on different paths. So girl, never do that again.
Yeah, don't go into people's home and redecorate it.
For real. Okay, so we're gonna finish off with a self-love edition card. So Claire, what do you want to stop apologizing for?
Ooh. Oh, it's so hard as a woman. It really is. I think that a lot of times, especially growing up, I was just taught that like I shouldn't take up space.
Oh my God, why do I feel like crying?
I know. It's really hard. It's hard as a woman. And it's just, I feel like, you know, even when I accidentally bump into somebody or whatever, it's like, well, of course, when you bump into somebody, you apologize, right? But like, even just like with shopping carts, sometimes I'm like, oh, sorry, even though I'm like nowhere in this person's way, but like I know they could have more space. So taking up space would be one. And then I want to stop apologizing for being proud of myself and knowing my worth and bringing that to the table and sticking to my boundaries. I shouldn't have to make somebody feel bad or somebody should not make me feel bad when they cross a boundary. I should not have to apologize for somebody else hurting my feelings.
Yo, I really felt all of that. Like I could tell that was coming from like the heart, purely. Like for some reason, like right here is like getting choked up. Like wow.
Yeah. It's just really interesting as a woman. I think we over apologize. I think society has taught us to over apologize, and so then having to rewire your brain after so many formative years, like over a decade of apologizing and in formative years, apologizing for things that really weren't my fault.
Yeah.
Expressing my feelings. I don't need to apologize for that. I don't need to say,
you don't.
I'm sorry, but you hurt me.
No,
it's, you really hurt me, and let's figure out how to be better.
That right there. Yeah. Like you said, we do not need to feel sorry for our feelings. because that's how we feel. Wow, that
was hard. I don't know why that was hard, but it's like, because
that was really powerful.
I do think that I apologize in appropriate situations, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about accountability all the time, and I'm learning how to be better about that, but I definitely know that I over apologize.
Yeah. Well, we're going to work on that together. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. I will hold you accountable.
Hold me accountable. Thank you.
I would say for me is stepping. Okay. I would say for me is stepping into my power fully. I feel like a lot of the times when I'm in rooms that I may feel uncomfortable with or have to be a leader in, because I would like to call myself a leader. I think I am a leader. I've done a lot of personality tests that show I'm a leader. But when you're a leader and you're not confident in stepping into that power, it can make you feel so like less than.
What button do I push?
So guys, sorry, the camera turned off. We're turning it back on right now. But what I was saying is just really, yep. Is it recording? Is it blinking? Yep. Okay. Awesome. I was like, yay. So I don't have to go up every single time.
I didn't know what button it was.
Yeah.
I never asked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. So I would definitely say, just need to stop apologizing for stepping into my power and what I bring to the table by just being me. Because I feel like a lot of the times, again, when I'm in rooms that I may feel a little uncomfortable in, I dim my light so I don't offend anybody else, or because again, I feel everyone's energy, and I truly do. I feel everyone's energy. I feel when it's uncomfortable. I feel when it's off. And so I would definitely say that because I think I'm doing a good job at really stepping into my power recently and just being the leader that I know I am and capable of being when it comes to my career, because again, my career is my lifestyle. So yeah.
Can we talk about that a little more? Why do we allow for ourselves to be made smaller in certain spaces?
For me, I think it's because, again, when it comes back to being in a space that's a little uncomfortable and seeing maybe other women kind of stepping in their power, it kind of makes you feel like you don't, again, have that permission to step in that power because there's already someone there that's already fully in their power and knows who they are. So maybe it's just kind of a self-conscious thing on my part. Or two, I just don't want to offend anyone.
Right. I think that's something that I run into. I don't want to offend anyone, but I also don't want to be perceived as bossy.
I don't think you're
or cocky.
I don't see that from you. I don't think you're bossy. I really don't.
I don't think that you and I view each other that way. I think we see each other and we're like, oh wow, like Mona brings a lot to the table.
And I think the same.
No, and we want to lift each other up. We want to grow each other that way. But like, especially in spaces with a lot of men, I think that sometimes I diminish myself. Really? Or in spaces where I don't want to take, when I know like, you and I, it's different. We've worked together. We're friends. We know how to operate and lift each other up and let each other shine. Yeah. But like, I don't ever want to like dim another woman's light though either.
That's where, So going back to, maybe that's what I was trying to say. Like maybe when I see someone else fully in their power, maybe that's what it is. I don't want to feel like I'm overstepping or overpowering. Right. But I think again, we should be able to shine together in the same room and not feel insecure about the other person's talents or gifts, because that can be a problem too. And so I think that's a good thing to point out too. Like, we all have our own talents and gifts and uniqueness about us, and we can shine together. I truly think that we can shine together. Right. We can't be envious of others. We can be inspired. That's what we need to really start shifting. Inspired. Wait, I'm not jealous of you. I'm actually very inspired. Like
I want to be more like Mona.
I want to be more like Claire. And I've always told you this. Yes. One thing I say this all the time. I'm going to say it on here so everyone knows. One thing I'm super inspired by Claire is she's just so like organized and like just goal oriented. Like when you have your mind set to something, I feel like when it comes to planning and stuff, you're just very good at organization and making a plan make sense, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Execution of my plan.
Yeah. And that's one thing I struggle with when it comes to organizing. ADHD. But anyway,
Very serious. People operate differently.
Yeah,
ADHD affects
I can
that.
sometimes be very disorganized. I take action. When I have a plan, I take the action, but it's in a disorganized way, and then it just creates chaos. And so it's like, how do I be more organized? And that's one thing oh my God, that's one thing I really get inspired by you for
Thank
sure.
You.
Yeah.
You inspire me to feel more confident about my body and to accept my body where it's at. Yeah. I think that I also look at you, and just even knowing you and being friends with you and having the opportunity to work with you has allowed for me to tap into my more creative side.
I love that. Thank you.
Of course. Well, this has been
all blushy.
This has been another great episode of the Girl Chat podcast.
For real.
I mean, if you guys want to sit here and listen to Mona and I tell each other
more,
over and over again how much we love each other, we will.
I said, no, Claire, you're not finished. No, I'm just kidding. But hey, thank you. Thank you. I love you. No,
I love
really
you too.
Love you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I do too. That was like the first thing I said when I came in today. I looked at you and Tyler and was like, I just want you guys to know I really appreciate you.
I know.
I do. I do.
No. Okay, I'm getting blushy, guys. I'm getting a little nervous inside. But anyway, no, for you guys that are listening, go tell a friend that inspires you what you are inspired by, like, for them. Does that make sense? Did I say that right, or did I not?
You should go out there and tell somebody that you love and appreciate how they inspire you.
Yes. And
make it known. Give them some of those words of affirmation.
Yeah,
they might need to hear it today.
Yeah. So, be nice, be the light, and it's okay that you allow yourself to shine, and it's okay that other people shine too. We don't need to dim each other down. And also, if you have any crazy dating stories, let us know in the comments below, or DM us. We would love to hear. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in on another the THEYSELF Girl Chat. Oh my gosh, I'm getting tongue twisted. I'm actually starting to get hungry. Okay. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Bye.